My name is Edgar Coulsen, Molina. I was born in the old great town of the village of Old Great Town, and I left the village when I was about 8 years old. Went to Bluefield for better education that my parents take us over there, and well, I'm 100% Nicaraguan. I'm from Great Town. My mother and father and grandfather, they born in that old village. Now, after a while, well, I left Bluefields late 70s, a little before the war started in Nicaragua, and then I went sailing, so I went working on ships, so that's what I do for about approximately 10 years. And I was away approximately about 27 years away from Nicaragua. The way I grew up and the culture that they was teaching us in those times is totally different now. You got a big quantity of mestizo being moving to our area. We really don't know, well, what's making the move to this part of the world. Probably is because we live better on the center of Nicaragua. And before the war, they didn't know this area. So they never used to come to this area, because I remember they saying that, well, we used to live bad in this area. So they never know this place. And when they come for the war, but they was warring around this area, they find out that this is a really nice virgin area, so this had come in more and more every day. At least when we was growing up, we used to take care of some of our resources that we got around in the area. And it's, to my way of thinking and what I see, that they already destroy where they're coming from. They destroy all the resources they had there, so they're looking for life, you can practically say. So they come over this side of the country, and they don't even want to respect us that live here. When we try to explain to them that all this nature we got, we must try to conserve it. They usually, when I told them that, they usually asked, they told me, what conserve it and what about my stomach? But that's not a way to answer someone that asks you a question like that, because we've been living here with the little we had. We always taking care of all this nature we have, all these fauna that we have. Like number one, you can call it the wild pigs and the iguanas and different type of resources that we got around the area. They are trying to destroy. And if you look at all the cultures, what we had, the way we used to live before in Juan del Norte, it's all totally different. They're taking away our culture. I can feel that, because there is many things we used to do. Like an example, there is a game we called Kitty Alley, the maypole, all these things, they had changed it. We all mostly black people, more English than Spanish speaking. And we was really friendly families. You can say everybody was like families. So, like I say, in the area, when I was telling you about they're destroying, in the area before my father, they used to hunt for eating the wild meat. But they used to hunt slowly, not really crazy to go sell the meat. They used to hunt just to survive. It was a culture to eat a wild meat, a wild pig or a turtle, but 1 or 2 of the season. But now these people are hunting or destroying all these animals to sell them for commercial, you know. So all these things before, like if my family, my father or my grandfather go do a hunting and they bring a pig, he share it in the village. Everybody get a pound or 2 pounds, depends on your family how much you can feed. So he shares to everyone. No, nobody can tell you you're going to kill a wild animal and come share it in the village. You have to buy it if you want to eat that kind of meat. So it's been changed a lot. to the way I was growing up. It's going to be a struggle, very hard struggle between us and the Mestizo, but I think in the long term, with some of the international helps and their ONG that coming around and seeing what happened, maybe one day we come back to be probably not the same as when I was growing up, but very close. Imagine that the mayor, not even born in the region, he born in Nicaragua, he grew up in Costa Rica, and he came here about 3 years ago, and here there would be the mayor. Imagine the corruption, what it is. First was the stepfather of the mayor, was the mayor here. Now the stepfather left, and the son-in-law is in the mayor office now. That's the corruption. That's the corruption, and it's politics. And that's the reason how they get more people and more people, is because you come to this place and you declare yourself as a Sandinista, you got more rights than the real local born people from here. Every day you got more mestizos are coming. We don't even know where they're coming from. And they're already, when they arrive here, they already got a piece of land where to build their house. And for us to get a piece of land is a big process. They got to find out, oh, this guy. You have to find out. They have to find out who you are, where you come from. If you're from here, you're not from here. And we are from here, they shouldn't give us a hard time to come and get a piece of land. But the mestizos come, all in a sudden you see them building house, and you ask who they are, nobody knows. Nobody knows. So that's one of my basic way of thinking, that the government are telling these people, go over on the coast, Nicaraguan coast, and station yourself there for 2 years, and you would declare like you from there. Because I think the law in Nicaragua, after you've been living for 2 years in a place, you can be declared as what you would say the word is native from that area. Once you got 2 years living here. Don't get me wrong, like we don't want these people to live here, okay? They're all Nicaraguans. They're all Nicaraguans. But my basic part is that, okay, well, let's unite all of us, and let's run this ship together. Well, the only thing I would like to say, well, I wish this little interview that you have with me go around through the world, and any person that can help us around the world to see if we can come back to our roots straight down here, well, we're willing to accept them down here.